Hey, thank you, thank you. We're doing Stone Pilsner. It's a German style Pilsner. It's a 91 on Beer Advocate by Stone Brewing out of Escondido. Hope I pronounced that right. California. 4.7% ABV. Pilsner for the people. It takes a skilled brewer to make a great Pilsner, and we've been honing our skills for more than a quarter of a century. Originally brought to America by German immigrants, Pilsners have evolved through the creativity of American brewers and ingredient growers. Damn, I think I'm stuffed up. Classic, crisp, and crushable with a light touch of Cashmere and Vista hops for good measure. This is a Pilsner for the people. So I think this is probably going to be a craft Pilsner. I don't think most German Pilsners have Cashmere and Vista hops, but we'll see how it pans out. They've been around since 1996. And they do have another brewery in Virginia. I can't remember the town, but so Escondido, California, and in Virginia for the East Coast. I don't see too many Stones around. Once in a while, I see a different Stone beer. Yeah. So, it's not like Stones are laying all over the place. Yeah. No pun intended. Kill two birds with one stone, right? Because Stone Cold said so. See, I got all these Stone puns. Like a rock. Yeah, it looks good. I wasn't going to do any beer reviews today, but I'm thinking, well, I was going to do some tomorrow. But I was like, you know what? Let's do some live ones today. I might do one or two. I was thinking about doing some karaoke, but I said, I'd rather do some beer reviews. Even though I drink when I do karaoke, but all right. I figure some of the fans out there might want to see me. Right? All right. Look at that head, nice and frothy, a little bit bigger than a pinky. Nice looking head. Maybe white, a little bit of off-white. The beer is almost lager looking. I mean, maybe a slight darker than your typical adjunct lager. Nice golden color to it. Not too pale or anything. Nice slight gold. Man, it smells like some type of lager, but it does have, I guess, with those hops that they have in it, it almost comes off as I wouldn't say like a Mexican lager, but maybe what's that, American pale lager, almost kind of a flair of an American pale lager, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I'm ready to dive in. Anything else to say about these guys? I don't have nothing else, right? Brewery out in 96. I've had a couple Stone beers. They're all right. Yeah. I'm ready to drink this one. I don't know what's up with their devil. I wish someone could explain their devil logo. What's that mean? What's it about? Matter of fact, let's Googleize it. Since we're here, right? Oh, it's a gargoyle, not a devil. Stone Brewing's logo is a gargoyle, not a devil. Gargoyles are known for warding off evil spirits, and Stone Brewing uses their gargoyle logo to protect against bad and big beer. Stone Brewing blog states that the gargoyle represents their commitment to creating the best possible beers. The logo has been a part of Stone Brewing branding since 1996. Okay, so that's a gargoyle. But to me, I guess maybe a little bit with the fins in the forehead, kind of a finish in the forehead, maybe. If you read comics, though, DC Comics, Blue Devil has those type of horns, kind of, I think, and kind of a look in that face. I don't know. Here you go. Let's get into it. Cheers. Okay. Yeah. That's a craft Pilsner. That's not a German Pilsner. That's a Pilsner on the verge of becoming an IPA. That's what that is. Yeah, those hops are prevalent. I like saying the words two different ways. I think that's my being growing up in New York, living in Pennsylvania for a few years, joining the army, going around the country, a couple different parts, overseas for 2 years, lived in Florida for about 24 years, and now in South Carolina for 3 years. That's where my language comes from, folks. That and my mother's kind of, yeah, I won't even go there. I will go there. My grandmother's originally from Northeast Pennsylvania, moved to upstate New York when she was young before she had my mom. So I'm sure my mother grew up hearing that Northeast Pennsylvania lingo and stuff like that. Plus, aunts and uncles used to visit, and they used to go down there to visit. And then growing up in New York, upstate New York, so that's where she probably gets a lot of her words mixed up between the Northeast Pennsylvanians and the New Yorkers, because even though it's only a 2.5 hour drive away from each other, give or take, the languages are completely different, the slang words and stuff like that. I moved to that same area when I was 15, and they were saying words I never heard of, had their own slang words and everything. I think it's the German and the Polish population there. Not bad though, but it is a hoppy pilsner. Those two hops, what the heck they say they were? I don't remember. Cashmere, but it's spelled. Yeah, it's spelled. I think just like the closing, Cashmere and Vista hops. I probably had both hops before in a beer, but I'm not sure about a pilsner. I might have. It does have a little bit of your pilsner quality, but those hops are kind of masking that pilsner a little bit. It's not super hoppy, but it's a hoppy enough. I like to have that the grassy floral in a pilsner. Uh, Most pilsners use like I think noble hops or Saaz or let's check. Let's Googleize it. I'm not smart. Yeah. What type of hops are normally in pilsners? German pilsners. Mittelfroh, Hallertau. I was way off. Tetzenegger, Heschbrucker, and Spalt, whereas Czech brewers use Saaz. Okay. Nobody said I was a hop expert. But yeah, it's pretty good. It might be akin to a German Pilsner, just one of those stronger ones you might have. Some of the German Pilsners I've drank and I'm used to, kind of reminded me of this when I first started drinking those Pilsners back in the late 90s. German beer. So this is probably just a stronger hop, and yeah, it's reminiscent of those early days. My palate starting to grow and drinking different, foreign beers and domesticated beers or whatever. Not bad. Not bad at all. Still debating whether I want to. Thanks for one viewer watching. So what we got here? What am I going to give this beer? Pretty good. I would recommend trying it if you like pilsners, you like hoppiness. Yeah, interesting. Now it's a more stronger hop in that pilsner, so some people might not like this. Even people who drink Bud Light and stuff like that, who may like some German pilsners, this may be too strong for you. If you want an easy drinking German Pilsner, I would recommend Warsteiner. Although I think some people might think that's a strong Pilsner, American, Bud Light drinker. But this is a lot stronger. So start off light. Warsteiner. I like Warsteiner. Nice, smooth, easy drinking Pilsner, really. The queen of beers in Germany. Let's see. Anything else to talk about? Yeah. Another nice week at work. Whew. Yeah. I probably shouldn't be drinking too many beers because, man, I'm trying to save money. And wow, these beers, I only bought like 25 beers and it was a pretty hefty price I paid, but it's worth it for the hobby. And it's better than going out to the bar. I'd pay probably $2 more a beer at the bar. So, and I'd waste even more money at the bar because I wouldn't buy no girl no damn drinks. But you know how it is. You might drink more because you're a social environment. Then you try your luck at some women, you fail miserably. I only dated one woman that I ever met. Oh, two. Two women that I met at a bar in my life. Only dated two. And they actually lasted. One was about a year and 6 months, something like that. And then the other one was a big chunk of my life wasted. 12, 10, 11 years. 11 years. Wow. So, yeah. You can be a nice girl at the bar, and she was nice. But she was controlling too, though. Oh man, tummy's. Maybe I should eat big pasta dinners before I start doing beer reviews. I'm sure everybody heard that because I heard it. Yeah. So what am I gonna give this? I don't think I give a grade on it. So I apologize. I'm gonna give it a B plus and a swarter, a swallow and a quarter. I prefer a regular German Pilsner. This is just a little bit too hoppy. This, to me, almost comes off like a light pale ale that might come off with some lager qualities or something, or Pilsner qualities. Yeah, it's kind of hoppy. I mean, not super hoppy, but hoppy enough. Yeah. Well, I'm really off. I shouldn't be doing beer reviews after work. But the show must go on. Jammer should be back next week, but I don't think he'll be on the beer review from his trip. Matter of fact, I got to upload one of those videos. Matter of fact, I could probably join Jammer into this review right now. It doesn't show his face on it, but I'll see if I can find it. I might be able to play the video. Sent me a video of him drinking a French beer in France. See if I can find it, and if I can play it, that'd be great. All right, here we go.
Hey, and welcome to the Spitter Swell Beer Review. I'm Jammer. I have today in France this Gallia. It's a Weiss beer, white beer, and it is has fruited notes in it and everything. It's 4% ABV, and Shagdog would probably have to look up to see what the grade is on the Beer Advocate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna. I'm working without a can of bottle opener, so I have to. There we go.
Oh, I even sound round sound.
But I had to use the ledge of the countertop. Anyway, nice little frothy head there.
I don't know which
that's the inside of the cap. That is the outside of the cap. It has a rooster. Anyway, nice little head. Ooh, smells nice. It's got a nice fruity smell. Malt. I'm gonna dive in.
Oh, what the hell the name of the beer is? I can't find that shit on Beer Advocate.
I have no glass.
Galli.
So I'm going old school the way we used to do it. Showcase the beer because the beer is a star. Actually, this is really good. They say Bière Blanche, which is white beer or Weiss beer. Got the fruited notes and everything. Actually, it's very delicious. But it's kind of fleeting in flavor.
Let's see if that's it. I don't know what beer that is. A beer advocate.
All right. Look at that. Almost gone.
I don't see beer blanche.
Fastest reviews I've done.
He sure is like slurping a lot and chugging.
This Gallia, pretty darn
Sound like
good.
an old man drinking something.
Got a nice fruitiness to it, nice maltiness, little hop, but very smooth and easy to drink.
Oh,
not harsh beer at all. I think if most people would try it, they would like it. It's a little fleeting flavor, but that's anyway. Just to prove, if you look off in the distance there, in the very far distance, you see the Eiffel Tower top. Going there later tonight. But this is our hotel. See out. The sky is beautiful. Beautiful day. We brought the weather with us. We're drinking in Paris, France. Oui, oui, merci, and bonjour, and au revoir. I am Jammer. Spitter Swallow beer review. I'm going to finish this real quick. Got a little bit more. All right. Spitter Swallow beer review. Au revoir, Jammer.
Au revoir, Jammer.
See you on the next one, guys. Take care.
Bon voyage. Bon voyage. All right. All right, so there we go. Jammer's in France. I don't know when he goes to Italy. He did London. I must be a couple days in each city because he wasn't in London very long, actually. I think it's like 3 or 4 nights in each town. Which to me, I'd rather, if I'm going to go to Paris, I want to spend a whole 6 or 7 nights there. If I go to London, England itself, I just want to travel all over the place. I like to see Stonehenge and even some of the other rock places, especially the ones way up north, Scotland. There's some islands, and there's one of those rock things up there too, way up there, middle of nowhere. Rome, I'd rather not visit Rome. Yeah, I like to see the Colosseum and stuff like that, but I like to, go to Sicily or go up to Naples, Mount Vesuvius, Pompeii, So those trips where you get 3 different places all on your trip, I don't think you get your money's worth, really. It's like, okay, on to the next place. Yeah. And then Jammer's having a hell of a time. That's funny. He sent me a message. I can't remember what words he used, but he's like, let's see. I don't want to play his voice, the message he sends me on here, but said something about he's got his hands full. He's traveling with his wife and some of her family, 2 members of her family, maybe, I don't know. And then his sister, maybe 1 or 2 of her friends, maybe even 3 of her friends. So he's with a lot of women. And man traveling with that many women, that'll take some years off you. I'm glad I didn't go because his mother couldn't go. So they offered me her ticket for, discounted price, 20% off it, 25%, whatever it was, which is a kind gesture, but I didn't. I have no need to go. And then I'm thinking of, not my first thought wasn't all those women. My first thought was the money part of it. I need that money. So, and the second part might have been, I didn't even get that past the first part, but the second part might have been, who's all going? Oh, your wife and some of her family, all females, and then your sister and some of her friends. And There only been two things that happened there. I'd get myself in trouble, either them not liking me or get myself in trouble some other way. And then ghosted somebody. But you never know. I could have been Jammer's father-in-law. Uh, yeah, well, we're going to close it down with this one. I went too long. Let's get this beer down. God, I'm sucking these days on some solo beer reviews. I got to come up with a new formula. Get the beer done and get off here. I might hold off on my next review till tomorrow. Do maybe 2 or 3 tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a couple beer reviews and go to bed and enjoy my 2 nights off. All right, well, cheers and have a great day. Spitter Swallow Beer Review. We'll see you on the next one if my phone will cooperate. See you on the next one.